Hey, welcome to the Triple Two PC podcast, coming to you straight out of the DFW Metroplex. I'm Kev, he's Keith, and this is the Triple Two PC.
Welcome. Greetings, all my fellow Earthlings. As the intro said, it's Kevin and Keith, Keith and Kevin, the dynamic duo.
Batman and Robin.
My brother.
Hey.
Feeling?
Hey, man.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling truly blessed, man. I'm feeling truly honored to be on the Triple Two PC. I'm feeling, as like we said, saying it back in the day, high in the sky, walking on cloud nine, the silver linings,
Man,
whatever you want to say about it.
It's crazy you say that, brother. It's crazy because I was just going to say that your countenance sounds high. So high is the theme for the day, for the session, baby.
Okay, let's see how we can go.
That's right. And, let's state the rules real quick. We got 15 minutes to do this, man, and we're going to be doing calisthenics. Right?
Okay.
So we got 15 minutes to jump into this thing because I got something really interesting, man, that hit me in my twilight. And I like to bounce things off of you because I really dig your unique perspective on things.
Okay.
And here it goes.
I'm nervous.
Age of Aquarius, right? The age of truth, the era of truth, the awakening, walking in the truth. And we have to get focused on healing ourselves and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. Got to be focused on that.
Yeah.
I mean, focus, right? To get ourselves right so we can be in tune with the universe. Okay?
Yep.
So that's the context.
Wow. I'm going to tell you wow, because that was part of a conversation I just had before we got on air.
Well, the universe don't lie, do it?
No, my brother, it does not.
Vibration, my G, vibration. But here's the kicker point to it, though.
Okay.
All of that is lovely, and it's a transition, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to consider something, okay?
Okay.
The cat's out the bag, right? Because of the awakening.
Yes. But
I want you to consider the cat. Now, see, we've been thinking about us and how we have to focus and get ourselves right and all of that. But I want you to consider the cat that is now out the bag. Mm-hmm. The premise being, just give me your thoughts on that statement.
So when I hear the cat's in the bag, especially in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of truth, then the cat must have been the lie.
Correct.
Or the bag is the lie holding the truth within. Ooh, and now the truth is out the bag, right? Like Malcolm X said back in the day, I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, all of those things. And so in this age, when the truth hits you, it's undeniable because now it resonates in your spirit. So when you hear the truth, you have to act. Either in your inaction, you still have to act.
Yes. So with that being said, man, it's like that cat, that lie that you called it, or the bag, whichever, or either or, he's going to probably do anything he can to get back into that bag. I like to call that bag comfort. We've taken the cat out of his comfort zone. That's the purpose of this thing to me. So now that cat is very uncomfortable, I just really feel like that cat will do anything to get in that bag, to get back in that bag.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter because you got to understand, where did it come from? It was coming from the universe. So the one who created this is saying it's time, right? Just like I said, to give us the stars for times and seasons. The age of Aquarius is a time. So you're not going to go against what's been ordained to be so. I don't care who you are.
That is why you are my mans, my
and them.
Pans, and them. You understand me? Because see, I just knew that you would understand where I was coming from before I even said it. But I had to lay the context for the audience.
I love it.
So, I just want to expound on it because we have to consider, hey, man, let's keep our eyes open. Let's keep our head on the swivel.
Absolutely.
Just for due diligence, because like you said, though, it's undeniable. But even in something being undeniable, we still have to make steps.
Absolutely. The work still has to be done, right? And that power that resides in you is going to make you continue to do that work. And probably even more so because now it's a different energy. It's a different level. So when you've been upgraded to another level, that means the work becomes exponential, right? And you're given that power enough to accomplish that work. So let's go.
Let's go. Well, I mean, I think I'm good on that, unless you want to expound some more on it.
No, I'm good. Well, we still got 10 minutes. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. All right. And now we switch to sports.
Okay.
Us being in the DFW, you understand me, DFWans, if you will. We got the Mavs. That's tonight, right?
Absolutely. I think it's on right now, actually. But
So
you know,
that means
we have priorities, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because we can get to that, but we have to get to this.
Already.
So let's just make a quick prediction and we out of there. What you got? What you think will happen tonight?
I think Mavs go ahead and close it on out. I think, you know, the young team, you know, was really scrappy, try to get one. And that happened. But I think the veteran leadership and, you know, to go ahead and get this closed out, get ready for the next series is going to probably what is going to take place tonight.
So you're thinking they pretty much, like they built that team to beat Denver. And so they did that. So that was kind of like their championship. So with all that emotion, right? And now I think they did kind of the same thing. They spent all that energy to not get swept. You know, even with Ant Edwards saying, "Hey man, they're gonna laugh at us, you know, if they sweep us." You know, you saw it all over the media. So I agree with you too.
Yeah, I think what it might have been too, man, even on the subconscious level, man, it's like you beat the last year's champions. So who could be harder than them?
Right.
And then you get beat. So okay, was that a fluke? Like, man, what are we doing? And then you got beat again. Then it's like, uh-oh. Right. Then panic mode kicks in. Then people start struggling, and all of a sudden you can't shoot the game. You can't drive to the hole no more. You can't shoot the three right no more.
Pressing.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I saw that team. It's like, man, they had it. Like if they had that game 2 level of play that they played against Denver with, wasn't nobody gonna beat that. That day, when no team in the NBA beat that team. But you know, you gotta be able to sustain.
Yep. I totally agree with you, man. I just think it's time to wrap it up because I mean, let's be real here. Dallas don't need to play with him. Let's get him on up out of there.
That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and get him out of there. Kyrie, hey man, go ahead and take over first couple of halves, man, and save a little bit for the last, and I'm gonna do my thing. Luka, Kyrie all day. Lob City, here we come.
And and I think they're getting likely back tonight too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, So. Yeah, I was looking at the what's that plus minus on him on the team without him and with him. Oh yeah. He definitely needs to be in the lineup.
Vast difference.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they go ahead and get him out of there.
Okay. All right. So well, let's move on to the next subject. And I'm really just going to pull this one out of my archives because there's a lot of stuff. You know, I am a vault of useless information.
Well, it depends on who's getting the information.
It's all about the perspective, my man.
There you go.
You are correct. You are correct. So, man, I wanted to touch on, you know, in this last little part here that we got going. I just wanted to touch on something that I'm pretty sure that the people know, but I'll always remind them. It is truly, truly life-changing. And I mean that in the frame of it makes life easier when you have someone, regardless of the relationship dynamic, that you can actually go and be yourself at all times in any facet of life.
Absolutely. I absolutely 100% totally agree with you. On the premise that that person knows who they are already. And a lot of times, my brother, I think the biggest thing that stops people from getting to know somebody else, they don't even know who they are yet.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. It's, man, accountability is so big. Accountability builds character, man. Yeah. And I think one of the biggest problems that us earthlings have is not taking accountability, regardless of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But you know, It's so big, and we've done so much in this world that we look at things as almost impossible for you as an individual to affect. You know, just like voting, and it's a lot of different things we look at that way, right? But it's like you still belong to the whole of this. You're not a separate entity just by yourself. No matter how you think, I don't care if you live out in rural Alaska, right? You are still an earthling, a part of the whole of Earth. You don't live outside of the atmosphere of Earth. So it's like you still matter, and what you do, what you say, and how you react to this earth matters too. Man, I don't want to get too deep, man. I'm just, you know.
No, that's good. That's good, because I was just thinking, I don't know if we've talked about it on a podcast, interview, or just amongst ourselves. But I think do you remember when I told you if I could have one thing, I would get everybody in the whole world just to grab hands.
That would be beautiful.
And not say a word. Just grab hands and let that vibration talk to everybody.
That would change the world, man. That would change the world. And it's so crazy because technologically, we have the capabilities to communicate with anybody in the world, anywhere.
Man, I would take a virtual hand holding.
Right.
Speaking of technology, right?
Hey, that's
it's
big.
Just, man, hey, man,
that's a big undertaking, but maybe somebody listening, or maybe we ought to think about that in the future.
Well, I mean, we're out of touch with human touch.
Yeah. So how about a virtual get in touch?
Man, I can say it because I come from a hugging and kissing family. Man, I literally know lots of people that aren't. You know what I mean? And man, that always touches me in some kind of way, because man, that's just simple love, just seeing each other, acknowledging each other with love.
Love one another.
Don't get that. Yeah, man.
Love one another.
So there it is, man. If I could have one thing, it would be for everybody just to hold hands, physically or virtually. What would your one thing be?
Oh, man. Wow. That's huge. I don't know, man, because it may even be the smallest thing that could change the course of everything on this earth. You know what I mean? Like a butterfly flapping its wings. So it's like, I try to think of something, but I don't know the opposite effect it would have. So I'm not sure.
And that is a topic for another day, because we've touched on that too.
Right. Let the universe decide, right?
Right. Well, I mean, but the basis of what you just said is because everything is in duality.
Right.
And
so now when you start thinking that way, right? So think about all your actions now, right? If you're thinking about them in dualities, like how many people actually do that?
Right, because you have to think about the reaction. That's what we're really talking about, people. It's like, okay, if I could get one thing, I get love. Well, you got to get the hate, because it's
how do you know the strength of love without the strength of hate?
Exactly. You have to have one to appreciate the other. Either one that you're talking about.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's heavy duty stuff. We're going to touch on that on another day, man, because I think
that's about 2 or 3 topics we're supposed to touch on another day. So I guess somebody better start writing this down.
Yeah, well, I'll send you a text.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we looking like on time right now?
13:56.
13:56. Well, we are looking lovely.
Yes, sir.
Lovely.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, man, look, we ain't gonna do no push-ups on this one.
Oh, that's good. That's it. Well, I worked out just a few minutes ago too, man, before we got on the phone earlier. So I'm good.
No doubt. Me too, but I'm good with hitting our mark as well.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Okay. Well, I mean, you got to ad-lib for at least 40 more seconds. 80.
So 40 seconds, we're still live, right? 30, 29 in this county, right? And we're live, and all the people can still hear us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can hear us, right?
I'm presuming.
If I only knew.
Don't stop now.
That you weren't for me.
10 seconds.
Then I wouldn't be able
5,
to rule
4, 3, 2,